The Romanian deadlift can be a tricky exercise to execute correctly. So today I'm going to give you a few pointers to help you master it and perform it more effectively. So what we're going to start with is, when we grab the bar, we want the hands just outside of hip width, like so. From here, what we're going to do is suck our armpits in nice and tight, so we're pulling them shoulder blades back. So from here, sucking them in tight, and you should feel your lats engaged. Next, we want to keep those knees nice and soft, standing at hip width apart, and tuck that tailbone underneath. From here, we're going to maintain our chest lifted up high as we drive back through the hips until we feel that stretch in our hamstrings. From here, we're going to drive back up to the top and squeeze those glutes before returning back down, moving through that hip. What we don't want to do is come down too low where we start bending for our spine. We want to come down to that point where our spine's neutral and we can feel that stretch through the hamstrings. So again, it's from down here, driving back through those hips, and then squeezing those glutes to come back to the top. Now, if you can't perform the hip hinge correctly without bending at the spine, what you need to do is take a step back away from the Romanian deadlift. Here are two ways that you can perform the hip hinge and execute it before moving on. So firstly, what we're going to use is a pole and perform a waiter's bow. So from here, what we're going to do is line the pole up with the top of your head, shoulders, and the top of your tailbone. From here, we want to keep that pole directly in line with all three, touching in contact. Then from here, we're just going to drive those hips back, lean forward. Make sure we stay in contact at all times, and then we're going to come back up to the top. So we're driving back through those hips whilst we keep contact with that pole at all 3 points, and then drive back up to the top. Another way in which you can perform it is simply by placing your hands on top of your head like so, belly button in tight, soften the knees, squeeze those glutes, and then drive those hips backwards till you come down and feel the stretch in the hamstrings, and then back up to the top position. Pushing back through those hips, and then coming back up to that top position. Once you get these two exercises right, or either or, then you can move on to the Romanian deadlift.